In 2015, we left the rat race and went to the farm. We bought a 100-year-old farmhouse and 9 acres. After 3 years of extensive renovations, we can finally call ourselves College Hill Farm. Hi folks, today we're talking about my little Mahindra Emax 22 tractor. It's gear and we're going to do a review. Now 3 years ago when we bought this property, in April we decided that we needed a tractor. Now basically all of this property, 9 acres, was trees big around as my arm. So we needed a tractor to tame it. It was obvious that you couldn't tame it with a lawnmower, so we needed a tractor. So what we selected, we did a lot of searching. We looked at a lot of different tractors. We looked at, I'm not going to call off the names. I'm just going to say we looked at a lot of different tractors, and we selected this one. Well, this tractor has been really good for what we need. This is not a review of the systems on the tractor. It's just our thoughts on how it's worked out for us. My wife likes it. She can drive it as easy as I can. We do a lot of work on the farm with it. Everything from hauling hay to cutting hay to raking hay. But now the tractor's not big enough to bale hay. But it doesn't use that much gas either. It sips diesel fuel. I think it's a 1.6 liter diesel engine. The things I love about it. Well, the things I love about the tractor are that it's easy to get up and down off of. You know, I'm a big boy and I've got multiple sclerosis. So sometimes I have a hard time getting up and down off stuff. Now I have owned, well not owned, but I have worked on tractors, bulldozers, forklifts, everything in the world. I've drove them and used them. And this little tractor is just easy to use. It's convenient. The bucket controls are intelligent. They're real simple to operate, and it makes it real easy to use this tractor. Now, the gears are also easy. I selected a gear tractor because what I was used to, growing up, we had a Farmall 140, and it was a gear operated tractor because basically back then all you got was gear operated tractors. There wasn't this HST. But what I really like about this tractor is it has a live PTO. Now what that means is this: on a lot of the old tractors, the PTO, the thing that makes the equipment run, the bush hog and the tiller and those kinds of things, if you push the clutch in on the old tractors, your tiller would stop running. Your bush hog would stop running because the clutch was completely tied to your tractor's transmission moving forward. This tractor has a separate unit that runs the power takeoff. So it's called a PTO. That runs the bush hog and the tiller. So when you stop, you push in the clutch and you stop this tractor, the bush hog keeps turning at the same speed that it was turning while you were moving. So nothing has changed. You just have to physically turn the bush hog off, which is what I really like about the tractor. Because let's say I get into a spot that I really want to till exceptionally well. I've got a fly. It's aggravating me. That I want to till exceptionally well. Well, I can push the clutch in and stop the tractor and let it till that spot, and we're good to go. Now, this little tractor comes with a 3-point hitch, and sometimes that hitch is hard to attach, but I wouldn't have a tractor without a 3-point hitch. The old Farmall that my grandfather had and my brother still has. By the way, you buy a tractor and your grandchildren are going to use it when they're done. It had a quick connect, so if you couldn't just go out and buy a 3-point implement. 3-point is the common, and this is category 1. There's category 0, category 1, 2, I don't know if there's a 3 or not, but I know there's a 1 and 2. This is category 1. Of course, the power takeoff unit is right here, and then the top link is up here. And this tractor is fairly easy to hook things up, but 3-point hitches are hard to use sometimes, especially when you have a hard time turning around and seeing exactly where you're placing these so that you can get it on the pins of the other thing. So I bought something to take care of that, and I'll discuss that in another video. The engine is fairly easy to access. You can access stuff real simple, but now what makes it easy is the sides just pull out and just pull right off. So you don't have to do a whole lot. The sides just come off so you can get to the engine about anywhere. Changing the oil is real easy. Getting to the battery is super simple. The only problem is you have to raise the bucket, and you need to put supports under that bucket so that you're not being dangerous. Now, the operator controls are real simple. There's just 3 forward and 1 reverse, and then there's the turning on the PTO, either the back, the mid, or the rear. And on the other side, we decide whether it's 4-wheel drive or not. We also put it in high or low gear, or turn the 4-wheel drive on and off. There's very seldom I ever turn the 4-wheel drive off. As a matter of fact, 99% of the time, this little tractor stays in low gear. I put it in high gear in the winter and run in 4th gear because it just takes me around the property a little quicker. But if I'm having to work or dig or do anything like that, I always put it in low gear. It just makes more sense. Now, what I don't like, that's what I like. If you see right here, that's where a limb just went right through. This cover is plastic, and I really don't like that. There's a safety brush guard down here made out of steel, but if you look at it, you'll notice that it just really doesn't do anything. So it's not really a brush guard, it's more of a great big limb guard. So if I hate to do over, if I had it to do over, I'd still buy this tractor, but I sure would like to see them put a metal grill in. Another thing I don't like, we're back to the plastic again. This, you'll notice how this moves. What's happened is the plastic, the little plastic clips on this have just broke off. And I'm gonna have to come up with some way to fasten them back on. Now, I checked on the price. This fender well, this fender costs $178 to buy it back. So, you know, it's plastic and it broke pretty easy. But you got to remember, it's been 3 years, and I'm a big guy, and this is the handle you pull up on. So, yeah, maybe I was too rough on it. Okay, you saw the good and the bad of the tractor. It's 22 horsepower, diesel. It's never failed to start on me. I started it at 10 below and used it to clear my driveway. My driveway is about 800 feet long, and so it worked out really good for that. So would I buy this tractor again? I would absolutely buy it again. I got this tractor, a bush hog and a tiller and the bucket, and the total cost was like $17,000. I gave him $1,500 down, and Mahindra had 0% financing, so it's like $200 a month for 6 years. So I get $200 a month worth out of it every month with no problem. So if you're thinking about a Mahindra, I just tell you, you can't go wrong with their Emax series. But don't be expecting to be able to go and get a Fram oil filter for it, or go to another dealer and get an oil filter for it. You're just not going to find it. So be prepared to go back to the Mahindra dealer to get your oil filter and your fluid filters and your air filters. You're not going to find them over the counter. That makes that part a little more expensive, but enough oil to do an oil change and a filter costs like $18. So that's not a bad deal. Okay, that's my Mahindra tractor. I'd like to thank you for visiting with us at College Hill Farm today. I hope you found our videos entertaining and or informative. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on both Facebook and YouTube. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.